Just, if you guys have questions at all during this, please just throw them in the chat, and I will come answer them at the end. Okay, so we're recording. So you guys, my name is Jackie Deering. I'm a triple diamond with It Works, and I'm one of the leaders on this page. I recognize a few of you guys, but I know there's a lot of us on here that we probably haven't connected. So I'm just gonna, you guys, I'm here to just help you guys get started in your business strong. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about my story, how I got started. I think a lot of you are gonna feel that, you know, if you may be feeling at the beginning of your business how I felt at the beginning of my business, and I hope that my story can bring hope to some of you guys, because I remember starting this business and being like, I'm never going to be successful at this. So I'm a 27 or 28. My mom's on here. I don't know if you can tell me. I'm 27 or 28. I never could figure that out. I'm a mom of two. I have a 2.5-year-old and a 6-month-old. And I was always the person that was very skeptical of these online businesses. I'd worked at the same corporate job. I worked at TELUS, for those of you guys in Canada. I worked there for 7 years. And when I would think of my future, like that's what I was doing. You know, I just knew that was kind of be the route. That was going to be the route that I took. I kind of tried to go to school, and it just didn't work for me. I just was not driven to do school. And so I just was always a hard worker. I started at TELUS, and then, you know, I'd serve at nights, because even working at a good paying job by society standard, I was still behind in my bills all the time. Like, I would be living under paycheck to paycheck. I would have way more month than money. You know, something would happen, a car tire would blow, and it would really affect me. But I just thought that's how life was supposed to be. I thought that if I wanted to make really good money, I'd have to go to school and be a doctor or a lawyer, you know, kind of what we're taught. And I'm like, that's just not what I'm going to do. So I kind of, at one point, accepted the hands that I was dealt. I just knew that I was going to have to work long hours all the time, you know, 60 hours a week combined between 2 jobs, if I wanted to make enough money just to keep my head above the water. So some of you guys may be feeling that in your life right now, and it's very suffocating. It's suffocating, and it feels like there's no way out, right? So I kind of did that for a couple years. I'd watched this lady do this business. I'd never met her. We connected on social media. She literally added me one day, and she would reach out to me all the time about joining this business. And I would say no. I had no time. I had, you know, no money to join. I didn't know anybody. Like what a lot of you guys may be feeling, that was my excuse for 3 years. And 3 years went by very quickly. And at the end of that 3 years, I found out I was pregnant. And I was like, okay, this isn't going to work for me. Like, I literally, when I had Mason placed on me, I was like, I can't go back to work. And our income, we needed both of our incomes for us to, you know, stay at the lifestyle that we had created for ourselves. Mike was gone over 300 hours a month working on the railway. Daycare just wasn't an option for our family. So I decided at the end of this 3 years to just jump into this business. I'd previously failed at another one. And, you guys, I think this is such an important part of the story, because a lot of you guys may feel like you're reaching out to people right now and they're saying no to you. They're saying no again and again and again. I did that for 3 years. So imagine if the person that signed me up gave up. Look at how big our team has got in 2 years. Imagine how that one person could change your whole business. And that's what it's all about. So I jumped in, and you guys, I want to make this very clear. I was not the person that had like my friends and family were like, that's awesome, you're doing this, but I don't want to hear about it. I had just gone through the motions of already talking to them about some other products in another business. They were like, if this is what you want to do, like, okay, awesome. We don't think it's smart, but just don't talk to us about it. So you guys, instantly, I decided that if I was going to make this work for me, I would have to reach people outside of the people that I knew. So when you hear people start these types of businesses, you know, sometimes you hear people say, well, I tried it and it didn't work. Or maybe you've tried another business and it hasn't worked for you. But I feel the component to being successful in this type of business is to reach the people that you don't know. So people come into this business and they ask their mom or their friend or whoever, their sister, to join their team, and they say no. And you're sitting here thinking like, okay, well, if my mom or my sister is not going to join me, why would anybody join me? And they quit. My first thing I'm going to tell you is you can't have that mindset in this business, okay? I came into this and I was like, okay, I already know the people around me aren't interested. I have my phone in my hand and I can reach 7 billion other people in the world using my phone. Did I know how to do that? No, right? Everything can be taught. That's what I'm about to show you guys how to do. So my first month, you guys, was very slow. I got a lot of negativity. I'm from a town. I was serving in a restaurant. The girls were very mean about it, to my face, behind my back, online, you know, just little snarky comments that even I have pretty thick skin, and it hurt my feelings, and it was distracting because I had no idea what I was doing. People were telling me I wasn't going to be successful. I already realized I wasn't successful before. But you guys, you have to have your why, and your why is the reason what drives you to do this business. So for me, it was my son. You guys, if I did not make this work, I was going to be going back to work and paying for somebody else to raise him. So when I looked at him, I'm like, okay, I'm about to jump through hoops, through rings of fire. Like, you're taking a bullet for your kid. You better believe that I'm going to be up late, waking up early, sifting through the people that are telling me no and making this work. And so you guys got to find your why. Why are you here, right? Like, you know, you joined this business obviously because you want to make an extra income. There's not one person on this planet that couldn't use an additional income. So I need you guys to get serious about why you need this. Do you have debt that you're up to your neck in? Do you want to be home with your kids? Do you hate seeing your husband, leaving to work just to keep you guys afloat? That's going to be your driving force. Nobody else can tell you it. Okay. And that's going to be the reason that drives you to do this business, because it's not going to be easy. It's not a walk in the park. If it was easy, everybody would do it. That's why 80% or whatever that number is, I don't know, someone gave me a stat, but you guys, the fact is a lot of people are in debt. Our like society is set up to put you in debt. So if you want to change that, it's not going to happen for you. You've got to put the work in and do it. So my first month was very slow. I kind of pushed through. I'm going to go over some of the things that I did to push through that. You guys, month 2 picked up a little bit. I was making $200 a month, and that was life-changing to me. Like, making $200 a month from my phone, that was all of a sudden putting groceries on my table. And then I continued to be consistent. Month 3, we earned a $10,000 bonus. We went diamond. I was able to quit my serving job. Month 4, we earned a $30,000 bonus. I was able to quit both my jobs and come home and do this full time. Now, we've been in for under 2 years. Okay, so think about how quickly 2 years goes by. This time, 2 years, is going to go by regardless if you work this business or not. So for me, you guys, in 2 years, what we've been able to make out of this business, and I don't say this to brag, I say this because I'm nobody special and I need you guys to know anybody can do this. We've turned both of our accounts, so my account and my partner's account, into a triple diamond account. So you guys, if you guys look at the average income, a triple diamond average income is over $100,000 a year. We have 2 accounts that I work, making over $100,000 a year. And we've earned personally $135,000 just in bonuses, okay? The same bonuses that all of you guys are eligible for right now. So that's kind of my story in a nutshell. It's done everything for our family. We've been able to pay off debt that wasn't, even in the picture for years. The time is way more precious than, the money. We've been able to be home with our kids. All of our daughter knows is both of our kids, or both her parents being home. We've been able to travel, give back, like see family. Like, you guys' business has changed our life. If you told me 2 years ago my life would look like it does now, I wouldn't believe you. And sometimes when you come into this business and you look at somebody who you think is very successful, you compare their chapter 20 to your chapter 1. But if you knew me 2 years ago, I'm just not the same person. So you guys first need to know that. Like, it doesn't matter where you are in your life. You can have negative $100,000 in your bank account. This is the only industry where you can come in and you can just decide you're going to be successful. You have no prerequisite required to be rich. You just have to put in the work, okay? So that's my story in a nutshell. So now let's talk about how this business works, okay? When I started, I always heard people say the word pyramid scheme, and I didn't even know what a pyramid scheme was. And I'm like, am I doing a pyramid scheme? I just didn't understand how it works. So I'm going to clear up exactly what we do. It Works is $1 billion brand. Okay, we have been around for 17 years as a company. We're debt free. We're featured in Forbes magazine, the Wall Street Journal. Our company actually pays out the most commission every single month, so we're very reputable. Now, we've been around for 17 years. We have over 50 products, and instead of It Works paying for advertising, storefronts, marketing, people to ring through their products, advertising, all those things, think about how big of a budget that is for a company. They just take that out and they put that into normal people like you and I. And what we do is advertise for them. So they don't have commercials. They don't have celebrities endorsing them. That's just us. So naturally, the person that advertises the best and gets their, content in front of the most people is going to make the most money. That's why this industry is not for people that try to go to the back of the room and fill up ketchup containers for 8 hours and get paid $8 an hour, because you cannot cheat the hustle in this business. But if you hustle like a business owner, you guys are going to find that you're going to get paid what you're worth. And I know for me, like you guys, I always knew I was a hard worker. I'm a little bit, I'm a little bit crazy, whatever, but I'm a hard worker. And when I started to see like, okay, if I started working really hard for myself instead of for somebody else, like you guys know you probably all have done, it's going to change your life. This will change your family's life. So anyways, they cut that budget out and they put that into us as distributors. And so our job is to advertise for them. We market for them. For me, you guys, I build my business 100% on social media. I don't carry inventory. I 100% use my phone to work this business. So what that means is you can be sitting in, Canada like I am and growing your team in the States. This means you don't have to rely on the friends and family around you. Now, I'm going to give you guys an example, okay? This is something I want you guys to really understand while you're starting this business. This paper represents every single person in the world, okay? Now, this little square right here, right? This is unproportioned, I know. This represents everybody that you know in your life, every single person, okay? Every single person in your life, this is everybody else. Now, in this little percentage of people that you know, okay, you're going to have this little box, and this is going to represent the people that are eventually going to buy from you and join your team. We can expect that not everybody that you know is going to do that, right? Not every product is for everybody. Not everybody wants to do this. That's fine. This amount of people, they're going to join you, but they're not just going to join you all at once. Some may join you the first day you start. Some may join you a year from now. Some may join you a week. It's 6 months. Like, who knows, right? Your bills are going to be around forever, so who cares how long they take? You need to immediately start reaching these people if you want to have a successful business. Does that make sense to everybody so far? Like how we can truly work this business on social media and you are not reliable or reliant on anybody around you, okay? So now we know we advertise for It Works Global. So now you have to ask yourself, how do you want to do that? So you can either do that vendor events, face-to-face parties, buying inventory and then selling it for a profit. And you guys, I don't do that. I mean, I did it for the first time yesterday. It was fun. Am I going to do it all the time? No, I don't like getting out and doing that stuff. I 100% work on social media. This is a social media based team. So that's what we're going to talk about. So working your business on social media. Okay. Now what to expect when you start a business. Okay. So a lot of us, we get started, we're excited. We've watched somebody have success. We've watched somebody enroll people. And then when we start posting, we don't get instant traction. Maybe people are being negative, or maybe they're not even commenting or liking. What you need to know is when you post on social media, it really, really takes consistency. Just because you've joined a business doesn't mean that everybody's going to flock to you with their credit card. You have to expect the beginning of your business to not be, crazy. Some people have a really warm network and they take off and they enroll 6 or 7 customers right away, and that's awesome. But again, just like we talked about, those people are going to run out, right? So when you start on social media, you have to come in with a business mindset and kind of agree to yourself, like say to yourself that you're going to be consistent regardless of the results that you see right away. The key to being successful is working this business based on what your goal is and not on how you're feeling. If I had quit in my first month when I was getting no comments, no likes, I was planting seeds, planting. I wasn't harvesting anything. A lot of people quit at that point. You need to expect that you are going to be posting and growing your network and messaging people, and you need to know that you're going to feel like it's not working. You are going to feel like nobody wants to do this. You're going to feel like you talk to people who say they're going to order and then they go to your website and don't. You're going to feel like you have people asking you to join, and as soon as they find out it's $99 to join, they're going to back out. That's all normal. The consistency is what will bring you success. I heard when I first started that it took an average of 7 to 10 times of somebody to see my content to reach out to me, and then an average of 7 to 21 times of follow-up. So as you guys can imagine, at the beginning of your business, you're going to be posting with nobody being interested, and you're going to be following up with no sales. Like that's normal. Like that is normal. But the key to have the good month in 3, 4, 5, 6, and continuing to have the good paychecks that residually grow bigger is you have to have momentum when you feel like it's not working. So I give the example, you know, think of an airplane taking off a runway, right? People, like, where they don't find success is they're stopping, starting. They're letting their emotions get in their way. They get excited, so they post, and then they don't get any results instantly, so they stop. And then then they start again, they stop. They start again, they stop. If anybody looks at your page and has to question if you're still in the business, you're not a reputable business. You have to think of your social media as your open for business sign. So you posting is you opening your doors, turning on your lights, showing people that you have products and a business opportunity. You growing your network, which we'll talk about in a second, is going to be inviting new people into your store. Imagine having a small store in a small town. Like you got to have more people that are in the town. You've got to get your doors open to other people to have a successful business. And that is the power of social media. So expect it to be slow at the beginning, and instantly you want to start growing your network instantly. And we're going to go over about how to do that. Okay. So to break it down, you guys, we have 2 goals in this business, okay? We get paid to put people on the computer, okay? So if you're someone that's, you guys will hear like YouTube, I think YouTube is awesome. That's how I built a Double Diamond. I didn't have an upline or anything. I literally watched a million YouTube videos to learn how to do this business. But at the end of the day, you're going to get the results from doing the things that get you results. So we need to be, doing the things that are going to attract the kind of people that we want to our business, customers and distributors. That's how we get paid. We get paid by enrolling customers and enrolling distributors and then teaching our team how to do the same thing. So if you're working your business on social media, I'm going to give you guys 4 categories that you want to be doing every single day on whatever platforms you are working your business. So for me, I use Facebook and I use Instagram. Now I do this full time, so I utilize more than one account. When I started this business and I was working full time as a new mom, I'll be honest with you, I just use Facebook. If you're keen, get on Instagram. It's a gold mine, okay? Instagram is where I get a lot of my leads now. So we're going to talk about the 4 categories that we do every day for social media and kind of what falls into each category, okay? 1, posting, okay? You have to be posting. I have conversations with people and they say, well, I'm not having any luck signing customers. And if I have to go to your page and scroll down for longer than 3 seconds to see a post, your business isn't open. If you have 700 quizzes on like what kind of potato you are, no one's taking you as a reputable business. It's funny, but I'm serious. Like people have like, what kind of cat would you be if you were a cat? Like, dude, no one wants to see that. Like you're running a business now, So have that kind of in your mind, right? Positive. You want to be like, your business is your storefront. So just keep, take that as you will. You want to be posting to attract 2 different types of people, right? Customers and distributors. Some of you guys may be finding that you're signing customers really, easily, and you're doing that, but you're not distributors. That's because you're just posting for customers. So I'm going to show you guys where to find posts and how to find posts to attract distributors when you feel like you don't know how to, do that. The second thing is messaging, reaching out to people. You can't just post and expect people to come to you for multiple reasons, but to go over a few of them, Facebook has an algorithm. Not everybody's seeing your posts. You need to be connecting with people over Messenger. 2, people sometimes are just scared to reach out. Like there have been so many times I've messaged people and they're like, oh my gosh, I've been waiting for you to message me. And I'm like, dude, why wouldn't you just message me? Number 3, you've got to be consistent with, bring people into your store, bring people into your business. It's not their job. That's your job. Just remember, we're paid to advertise. So it's not their job. It's your job to advertise. Follow up. Having the understanding that it takes an average of 7 to 21 times of follow-up. It's huge, you guys. When I understood that, I no longer got discouraged when someone told me they weren't ready or they ghosted me. Like I have people on here. I actually have a girl on here, Tamara. Let's talk about it. Tamara's on here. You guys, I followed up with her for like a year and she was like, yeah, maybe we'll join. And I'm like I almost deleted her, but I was like, don't delete her. And now she's earned, like, she's a rock star. She's like one of the best leaders on the team. She's earned, I don't know how much in bonuses in like 2 months while she's working full time. Like, you know what I mean? So it just goes to show you, like, follow up. The fortune is in the follow up. I'm going to show you how I do that, how I keep myself organized. Every single day I'm growing my network. Every single day I'm growing the eyes looking at my posts. You could do all 3 of the things above this, posting, messaging, following up perfectly every single day. If you're not growing the eyes looking at your posts, it doesn't matter because all those people are going to run out. I look at this, you guys, like Forbes magazine says in the next 5 years, 75 million people are going to start an It Works, or an It Works, an at-home business. That would be sick. That'd be so good. An at-home business. Why? Because it's expensive. Life is expensive. You now need 2 incomes to, you know, even keep your head above the water. And I'm looking to grow my network as quickly as I can in the next 5 years, because if I could even take 1% of that 75 million, I'd be pretty good. And you guys should have that same mindset. Don't wait for that to happen. Don't wait for that wave to come to start growing your network. Start doing that now. Okay, so those are the 4 things that we're doing. Now I'm gonna walk you guys through exactly where to find this stuff in our team page, okay? And I'm gonna go to the chats after, okay? So first thing, you guys, posting, okay? This is our team page. Can you guys see? Good, all right. This is our team page, okay? On the left-hand side, if you click announcements, you're gonna have all of our important stuff kind of pinned at the top. So this is our host to post. We'll go over that. Our $100 cash draw we do every single month. So in the comments, you're just putting the confirmation email. I do a draw every month for $100 cash. Okay, guys, this is where is going to be resourceful to you for you learning how to post. Okay, post ideas right here. If you click in the comments, there is like hundreds and hundreds of post examples that you can do. So let me give you a tip. If you're brand new, don't get overwhelmed with the 50 products that we have. Choose like 4 or 5 and post about them every single day. You guys, for me, I every day I'm posting about keto coffee, chocolate greens, the cleanse, hair, skin, nails, keto energy. Those are my 5. Those are like, you guys, I sell a coffee almost every day because of the consistency in my posts. So in here, you're gonna see a mix of product posts and distributor posts, okay? Feel free to use any of these. If you're gonna copy and paste, make sure that you're changing up some words or emojis, just because Facebook does have an algorithm, and you want to make sure that you're not getting like, you're not just like copying and pasting. So you're going to see different, you're in here, you're going to see different product posts. You're going to see lifestyle posts. Okay, lifestyle posts are what we call posts to attract distributors. So if you guys scroll down, you know, my page, Caitlin's page, Tamara's page, lots of the leaders on this team's pages, you won't ever see us saying like, join our team for $99 and get a box of wraps and go Ruby for $500. No, that does not do anything for people. You need to strike an emotion with people as you post. So you'll see me being home with my kids. You'll see me working this business on vacation, having the freedom, paying off bills because of this business. I allow my followers to get to know me through my posts. You have to think, because you're growing your network with people that you don't know, you have to let them get to know you, get to like you, and get to trust you through your posts. So if you're just putting posts like this, do you see these like product pictures with nothing with you? They don't know you. They don't trust you. They might like you, but they don't know you and they don't trust you, so they're not going to join your team. They need to see you. They need to see your story. If you're new and you feel like you don't have a story, you do. You know, for me, I was sick of working 60 hours a week and I couldn't afford to fill up my gas tank. So when I got my first $30 paycheck for the month, I went to the gas tank, I put a picture of me filling it up, and I said, I cannot believe my at-home business paid for my gas this month. And people related to that. Other people working full-time were in my inbox saying, what do you mean this online business? Do you guys get what I'm saying? Do you guys see how you're bringing people along on your journey? You don't have to start at chapter 20. Nobody does, you know, but you bring everybody along with you, and you just don't remember. You just don't forget where you started, you know? You don't forget that you need to still be able to relate to people that work like you did or you do, and, you know, feel like they can't get ahead. So these posts are going to give you examples of that. There are a lot of posts for me and other, you know, leaders. Make sure any lifestyle posts, lifestyle is going to be typically the ones that don't have pictures. Make sure you're adding a picture of yourself, and make sure that you're, you know, reading through it and changing anything that doesn't apply to you. Okay. Like this person has her kid's name in it. Unless you have a kid named Riker, don't post it or change it to your kid's name. Okay. So that's where we're going to find posts. Okay. Now, another thing, another good resource, you guys, Instagram stories. If you guys are using Instagram, or even Facebook has this feature, Facebook stories. So if you guys don't know what that is, Facebook and Instagram have a feature. It's a new feature or newer, where at the top here, you can, oh, there's a half naked lady, sorry guys. At the top here, you will have, it's like a slideshow for 24 hours. So it's like Snapchat, where your pictures will stay up for 24 hours, delete. So you guys, I sign so many customers, because you have to think, right? As you're growing your network, you're growing the eyes looking at your posts, and you're posting content, eventually those seeds are going to hatch if you're consistent. Not if you're not consistent, only if you're consistent. So in here are a bunch of stories that you can just use. You can just literally copy these from your phone, add them into your Instagram story, okay? Now, I suggest if you're doing that, create your own polls, okay? So add your own polls so you can reach out to people who actually vote on your poll. If you're not sure how to do that, go to my YouTube and just type Jackie Deering Instagram story. There's a video that I've made of how to show you guys how to do that, okay? That's one resource for you. Another thing to show you guys is gonna be the signing loyal customer and distributor page, okay? This is a more extensive page to give you post ideas, message ideas. We're just gonna walk through this page really quick. So as you can see, everything is turned off. You cannot comment on this page at all, so you can't tag your team in it. Just explain to your new distributors how this works. So you go to this page, you scroll down in this comments here, you're gonna see a ton of just posts about the cleanse, okay? So I'm telling you guys, people want to cleanse come January. I probably sold like 50, 60 cleanses a month from like January to like April. New year, people are gonna wanna cleanse. If I can give you a tip right now, it's gonna be to start posting about this cleanse. You might sell some over the holidays. Like I'm definitely still selling cleanses. You're gonna sell more of them come January when people have watched you be consistent about this. Be the person that when they think about needing a cleanse, they come to you because they've seen you post about it. Cleanses, post. Coffee posts, okay? Host to post. So you guys know what host to post is. If not, in the comments, let me know and I'll explain it. Just a ton of different wording for host to post. So they're all in here. You guys, full conversations. There's a video that I've recorded that explains it. We want to duplicate success in this business. So you guys need to see that, like, if you guys want to run with this opportunity, it's all here for you, okay? So host to post, more Instagram stories, Facebook stories. So like just to add to your Facebook story, business posts to sign distributors. So those are lifestyle posts that we just talked about. Go through the comments, hundreds list messages. I don't really do hundreds list anymore. I really just do host to post, but here are just some examples in the comments. Ketones posts. We got keto energy posts, rat posts, fat fighters posts, hair, skin, nails posts, and we're just always adding to it. Scripts for from top leaders. So this is something that really helped me at the beginning of my business. When you just don't know how to word things to people, you can take something like this and tweak it into your own. So here's like a ton of examples. Someone asks you what you do and you don't know what to say. This is like, you can copy and paste this, okay? So take a look through that. We have interactive posts, okay? So you don't want to have your page all it works. Nobody's going to want to follow you. You've got to give content outside of this business in order to have people be drawn to you. So sometimes I like to do like a post, just, I don't know, I try to not to make them like corny. Like I'm just like, okay, what makes you happy? What's the last thing you bought online, right? Just really simple. That's getting people to comment on your stuff. Because they're now commenting on your stuff, outside of it works, because some people just don't comment on it work stuff. Facebook is now thinking you're friends because you're interacting. Now they are going to see more of your posts. So I hope you guys can kind of see from everything that I've explained that you really can't do one without the other. Like you can't just post and expect to have a thriving business. Like you can't message, not post. Like you got to post, message, follow up, grow your network every single day. If you're lost and you don't know what to do, those are your 4 things. Consistency is key in this business, okay? Now, another thing, the welcome to your new adventure page. A lot of you guys probably have already worked through this, but just to go over it again, as you sign new distributors, you want to be adding them into this page before anything. All I say to people is, okay, scroll to the very bottom. There is going to be step 1. In the comments, click the first step. I just let them know it's in the comments because, again, they can't comment on it. And I just tell them, like, okay, so this is your second thing, right? Here's your second step, all the way to the top. This is something that's been put together from like myself and other top leaders. You guys, this is like, it makes it very simple. Okay. So if you feel like you're still struggling, just go through, read back on it. Know that you won't know it at the beginning. Like it does, you are going to learn as you earn, but it's a good place to start. Okay. So we're going to talk about like an action plan. If you're brand new in this business, what should you be doing every single day? Okay, the first thing, you guys, you need to understand host to post. If you're not super familiar with that, learn it, okay? I'm going to briefly go over it, but it's something that you need to go on YouTube and learn, okay? Post to post is you reaching out to your current network and asking them to post a status for you, and in exchange, they're entered into our draw. Okay, no, like they don't have to, anyone doesn't have to buy, like literally they post, they're entered, okay? Post to post is going to be how you get your first 5 customers. It's going to be how you, I mean, I do host post every single day. Like I'm never going to stop post to post. I sign so many customers from it. I grow my network from it. I sign so many distributors from it, but it did not just happen that way. It took a lot of consistency. It took a lot of growing my network, people saying that they were going to buy the cleanse but never bought it, but now they're on my Facebook and 6 months down the road they buy it. I still need business in 6 months, right? So that's my mindset. So you're going to go to your Facebook friends. What I do is I print off my Facebook friends list. This makes my life easy because I don't want to just guess people and message them. I print this off from Facebook. You can do it right from Facebook. You just go into account settings, download a copy of your Facebook data, and just it comes right to you, okay? I literally have text replacement set up in my phone. So today I took Mason, like my son, to this indoor playground, and as he was playing, I was like, I'm not leaving here until I get 2 of these done. And I just quickly went through and messaged a bunch of people. I got about 12 posts up, and I had people commenting on those posts. Okay, so I do host to post someday. I'll message about 50 a day. Some days I'll get none. Some days I'll get 20. I don't base my business based on how I'm feeling. I base it what my goals are, okay? And that's honestly, like, if I could give one piece of advice to anybody that's new, it's just don't give up. Take quitting off the table. Like if you're sitting there saying, oh, I'll do it if I'm successful in 6 months. Like, no, like you can't skip the hustle in this. Okay. You just can't. And I'm somebody that used to work at Subway and I got fired because I tried to skip the hustle. Okay. Like I'm telling you, you can be that person before, but just know coming into this, if you truly want to change your life with it, you're going to have to put your head down and get to work. You're going against the grain. You're doing something that most people don't understand. Most people, and I'm not trying to bash, a 9 to 5 because this isn't for everybody, but most people will just go to a 9 to 5 because that's what they're taught to do. They will do that, not being happy. They will do that, not being able to pay their bills until they die because that's what they're taught to do. That's what society has taught us to do. Okay. So be prepared for society not to jump on board with you right away is what I'm trying to tell you. You are going against the grain. That is why you are going to get paid like you are if you do the work. Okay. One more thing I want to talk about. You guys, social media, you see the highlight reel, okay? You see what people want you to see. You see the iceberg effect. You see the success. You don't see everything that went into it, okay? So I'm going to be very real with you and tell you guys something that happened in my business this time last year and why it's beneficial to you. I had promoted to double diamond, like I said, in 4 months. So in summer or like maybe June, July, maybe like July. After I promoted, I had lost rank for the rest of the year. I was paid as a diamond. So double diamonds should be making about $6,000 a month plus bonuses. My paycheck in like October, November, December was shrinking down to $2,700 in December. Okay. I was planting so many seeds. A lot of my team had quit. People weren't enrolling. Like I wasn't even enrolling. Like it was nothing like it is now. You guys, our team is on fire, let me tell you. But like at that time last year, people just weren't interested. They were not looking at joining a business. They were not looking at buying products for themselves. I don't know, you guys, in my mind since I've started, I knew how important consistency was because I watched my enroller do it for 3 years. So maybe some of you guys just jumped on board and you don't understand, like you didn't have to watch somebody for a long time. But I'm telling you, consistency is just so, so important. So I kept planting seeds throughout the slow season. I didn't stop posting because I was frustrated that people weren't signing. I would have hundreds of conversations a day and not get a sale, but I would still show up the next day and do it. Because of that, something called boom season happens in January. And I used to hear people talk about this before I had worked a boom season. And I thought it was something that leaders would tell us to like get us to keep working and not quit. Like I'm like, okay, like boom season, I don't know. I don't know what I thought. But I just remained consistent because I wasn't doing this for anybody but my son and whatever. So I just did it. So I went from 2,700 in December, 10,000 in January. Think about that jump in 1 month. $10,000. Like what would $10,000 a month from your phone do for you? right? And like, some of you may be like, well, I could never do that. I could never make 10,000. Like, yes, you can. Like, what I'm trying to tell you is, yes, you can. I need you to remember 2 years ago, I was not who I am right now. You know, I was the person that was like, I can't get a customer. I can't do this. I'm frustrated. How a lot of you guys may be feeling. I literally just took quitting off the table. The next month came around, $12,000, $15,000. The next month $17,000. And I'm not saying that to you guys to brag. I'm telling that to you because I need you to understand the importance of the season that you're in this business right now. You are in planting season. So your game plan for this next 2 months going into January should be very strategic. And it should include posting, messaging, following up, and growing your network every day. I'm telling you, there will be 2 types of people in this team page come January. People that say, damn, I wish I worked, or damn, I'm glad I worked. Like, honestly, your bills are going to be there in January. You know, I know for me, Christmas was stressful. Like, we just had no money. You have the opportunity in your hands right now to change your life drastically in the next few months. And some of you guys may not believe that, but you need to know putting in the work right now is going to get you there. Okay. So I'm just going to work through any questions that we have. If there's anything that you're wondering, throw it in the comment. Yeah. So Tamara's saying, like, you guys, pretty much your reason why you need to do this, it needs to be bigger than your excuses. Like, you know, a lot of people join and they're like, okay, well, I need to work this business because, you know, I can't afford to feed my kids. You know, I can't afford to put, you know, gas in my car. But then they quit this business because they have kids and they feel like they're too busy. Just keep in your mind, we all have the same 24 hours in a day. We all have the same business kit. We all have the same resources. It is not up to you or your upline or your downline. Like, you have every tool you need to be successful. The thing that blew my mind the most when I started this business was when I was watching a recording on Mark Pentecost's YouTube. He's the CEO. He was at a conference. He stood up at the front of the conference and he's like, if you're an ambassador diamond, get to the front of the stage. And I saw all these different people come up, you know, old people, younger people, you know, different races, different genders from everywhere. And I'm like, okay, Ambassador Diamonds make $60,000 a month. Like, these people make $60,000 a month. I just realized that there was no one type of person. The only thing that they all had in common was they didn't give up when times got hard. You know, they had the mindset that when a problem comes, okay, a customer says no, or someone tells you it's a scam, you need to look for a way around that problem instead of a way out. They just heard no more times than you, right? So that's kind of what made me realize, like, okay, anybody can do this business. So four things, you guys, your action plan, like, I mean, coming up to the end of this year, like, if I could give you guys some tips, and if you guys are writing this down, like, this is what I would tell you. This would be my suggestion. One is going to be, make sure you're posting product posts every day. Choose 3 or 4. 2, make sure you're giving lifestyle posts every day. Make sure you are getting at least 5 to 10 hosts to post up, okay? No, like, I'm going to message 50 people, and if I get 0 up, I'm good. Like, no, that's not productive. Like, to get the results you want, again, we can't skip the hustle. If you have to message 55 people to get 5 up, that's what you're going to do, right? Post to post. You guys, it's going to grow your network. It's going to sign you customers. I would be, working on Instagram. You guys, I have a YouTube video that's a very, very basic how to break down Instagram. It's called Jackie Deering, Complete Your Steps to Success on Instagram. Learn it. Start growing your network on there. And then I would say, you guys, just plug into things. I'm telling you guys, like, no one is going to hand this to you. You know, a lot of people just wait for their uplines to, you know, come tell them what to do. Like, and maybe you guys are on here, some of my personally enrolled. And if you are, you know, like, I don't chase people to do this. And I don't think my leaders do either. But you got to show up for this business. You've got to be consistent with it. Nobody is going to come and put, you know, a check in your mailbox and say, here's money to feed your family. That's on you, right? This is on you as a mom, as a student, as someone for your own bills, whatever your situation is. You first need to just understand nobody is going to do this for you. Nobody is going to walk up to you with a step-by-step list and tell you what to do. You got to switch from that employee mindset to the business owner mindset. And that just means, like, you're going to take everything on. You're going to take every fail as a fail forward. And you're not going to take any, you know, just short, you know, hurdles as a sign that you shouldn't do this. Think about a business owner. Think about someone that opens a business. Like, what goes into that? What do they need to go through? You guys have the same opportunity right now with no employees, no overhead, no hundreds of thousands of dollars to invest. You literally can just decide that you're going to stop scrolling and you're just going to start being income producing. Someone's baby just puked. Oh no, he's eating noodles. Sorry. I'm like, your baby just threw up, but it's just noodles. Or maybe it's threw up. I don't know. I saw that. I'm like, my kid does that all the time. That's just it. Just be consistent, you guys. I think the biggest thing, like when I come on these new distributor Zooms, like I just want to like look at each of you in the face and like shake you and be like, you can be successful in this. Most often, the thing that's stopping you from getting to where you want to go is just the story that you tell yourself as to why you can't do it. Nobody that like, if you're like, well, everybody's telling me that I won't be successful. Like they're never going to pay your bills. Not to be rude, but they'll never pay your bills. It's you. It comes down to you. Nobody else matters. You are here for your family. You're here for yourself, for your future family, whatever your situation is. I promise you, it's worth the work that you will put into it. It is worth the work that you will put into this business. Okay, I'm just, yeah, you guys, and like, I'm just reading Tamara's thing. Like, you guys, Tamara works full time. Like, you know, some people are like, okay, well, you're just a mom. Like, you're home doing that. Like, you guys, Tamara works full time and she's a mom. Like, Tamara, you like, it just goes to show we all have the same 24 hours and you can do this. Okay, Insta, okay. Okay, Insta, yeah. So, okay, just to talk about Insta for a quick second. Instagram, you guys, is something that you have to be committed to. Like, it takes a while to get it off the ground. I started with a brand new account with 0 followers, and I've grown it to maybe 11,000 in the last maybe year. So you think about that, 11,000 people that are now watching me every day. Like, doesn't that kind of like, you know, does that kind of blow your mind? Like, you have the power to reach these people. And they're either going to join with you or somebody else in the next 5 years. So it's like you want to be getting your content in front of them. Don't just post what you think is like, okay, I'm going to tell, I've told this to people's Zooms before and they're like, you shouldn't tell them that because it's kind of weird, but I'm going to show you guys. Cause I'm telling you, when I started this business, like I was like a ninja. Because I didn't have an upline. I used to sneak onto people's Zooms and like change my name. Like, I'm like, you're not holding me back from learning this business, Jade Hooper. I'm coming on your Zoom. So I'll show you what I used to do. I didn't know how to post. I'm like, all I know is I got to post for customers and I got to post for distributors. So I found somebody by plugging into YouTube, Jade Hooper. That is like my person. She thinks I'm super weird, but I don't care. I love how she posts. If I could re-sign up and join under her, I would have done it. I love her. She makes me feel like her posts, I'm inspired by her. I've always been. I used to look at her and I'd be like, so this girl, just like, if you guys don't know her, she was on like food stamps. Like she would hang up like, you know, she'd hang up like sheets over her windows because she couldn't afford heat. Her and her husband got in this big fighting over pot because they couldn't afford it for her kid's birthday. And this was like her last resort. Anyways, she's number 4 in the company. She is multi-millionaire, almost black diamond, which earns $100,000 a month. And I used to look at her on her Facebook and I would be like, how did she post to get herself here? Like, what did she post like 3 years ago to get herself here? So this is what I used to do. You guys can do this on my page too if you want, or whoever. I would search in her Facebook. So I'd go Jade Hooper. Now I'm like, okay, let's say if I want to post about the greens, I would just search the key. I would just go like this. This is going to blow your guys' mind. And then you can just click posts. And now all these posts with the word greens are coming up, right? So think about how much further you can take that. I used to go Jade Hooper, mom. Why do I put mom? Because I know the way that she posts, she's talking about being a mom. You know, she's talking about like, look, I'm going to give an example. I'm going to read this, okay? Planning our next Hooper adventure before our sweet baby number 3 comes. I was talking to a friend of mine this morning that I used to work with. She's literally at the salon we worked at together. I told her how Levi just got done with his tonsils and whatever that word is, surgery, and he's not doing well, and he's doing well. And she said both of her kids are sick today, but no one would cover her shift and she had to go in. right there, that moment, I'm reminded of my journey. Being behind the chair was my dream since I could remember, but I have it up to be a mom. It wasn't even a hard choice to make. It was the easiest one. In fact, I was able to make that choice because of this business, because I had the option. I have this business that I work right from my fingertips and make the same income I had to being away from my son. Why do we have to choose surviving or our kids? How is that even fair and necessary? I'm not at the salon today. I'm with my kids and I'm bringing in income. Like, doesn't that make you emotional? Because I used to read those posts and I was like, I want what she has. I didn't sit here and say I couldn't have it, or I'm jealous, or she could only have it for this reason. I was sitting there as a broke, stressed, depressed mom, $60,000 in debt, being like, okay, that's how I'm going to post. And I would literally go like this, copy, paste, change it to my kid's name, change it to my story. You guys, do I encourage you to do that throughout your whole business? No. Absolutely not. But copy the right cat to get where you want to go. Don't take advice from people that started this business and quit a month later. If someone tells you they left a business and they're going to go to another one where the grass is greener on the other side, give them 6 months. See if they're still there. Let's see your paycheck. Let's see if you're serious about your business. Because I'm copying the people who are where I want to be. You know, not people going everywhere and doing all these things. Like, find someone that you want to be like. Copy them. Do as they do. Success leaves clues. Last thing I'm going to give you guys, I just want to be respectful of your time. I know I'm kind of going over here. You guys, I'm telling you, utilize YouTube, okay? Make this a non-negotiable for yourself. It will change your business, okay? I'll give you guys my level of crazy on this, and then you can just put anywhere, you can put yourself on whatever spectrum you want. When I started this business, I had like 3 months to make it work before I had to go back to work. It was now or never. So I immediately took out anything that was not making me happy or wasn't making me money. Netflix doesn't make you money. It may make you happy, but it's not going to progress your life. Sitting there playing Angry Birds, does anybody play that? I don't know. Doesn't make you money. Maybe it makes you happy, but figure out what makes you happier. Making an income that's going to change your life or playing a game. Cut out things that aren't productive. Fit YouTube into your life. You guys, this is all, I'm just going to show you one more thing, what I used to do. I used to start at the beginning of this business and I was awful at signing customers. I was awful at signing distributors. I actually messaged one of our ambassadors and she like makes fun of the message I sent her. It was like that bad. Like, it was, if anybody on my team sent the message that I sent, I'd be like, you're a lost cause. But anyways, so I would sit there instead of being, I can't sign customers. I can't sign distributors. You know what? You guys will never see me in the chat saying that stuff. It's not productive. Okay. I would find somebody who I liked, Jade Hooper, and then I would just type in loyal customer. Okay. And what you're going to find is all these videos that she has on tips on signing loyal customers. You guys, this video right here, sealing the deal, it changed my business. It's 9 minutes. If you haven't watched it, watch it. It changed my business. When I started this
is an ad for Project Met.
I was saying too much to people. I was sending messages and getting no responses because I wasn't saying the right thing. I was saying too much. This showed me how to word it. You don't feel like you're good at signing distributors? Sign DTs. Everything is here for you. Play this in the background while you're cooking, while you're showering, while you're doing your makeup. You don't have to sit and take notes. Listen to it. Apply the things that they're saying to your business. You will be successful. 100%. Be consistent with your business. Don't start and stop and start and stop. I can't tell you guys how many people have done that and they've come back and they said, I just wish I haven't stopped. Unless you have a plan in the next 6 months to a year to go, and maybe you do. I'm like, I didn't have this plan. Maybe you do. But I didn't have a plan to go back to school. My job wasn't going to give me a $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 raise in a month. Absolutely not. I'm going to put everything into that I have into myself because you are your own best investment. Okay. So I hope this helped you guys. We have even on my YouTube, you guys, I'm just going to show you really quickly. If you haven't seen it, I make everything very duplicatable. Okay. Very simple. You can go down on my YouTube starting right here. We had a 90-day push, just like how I start new distributors, how to post to attract distributors, how to make Instagram stories, how to follow up, just very basic. If you're in a funk, new distributor training, choose your 5 products. Like they're just, you have to plug in. You have to just think if you're someone that's just waiting for it to come to you, it's not going to come to you. Be proactive, be solution focused. Whatever you feel like you're lacking, go learn about it. If you hear people talking about Well, you can go Ruby and earn $1,000 cash bonus and $500 a month, and that's only the second rank in the company. And you're like, I don't know how to get to Ruby. Go figure it out. Go type in how to get to Ruby, Jade Hooper, how to get to Ruby, whoever. Figure it out. I'm telling you guys, like, you guys can do this. We had 35 people on our team promote last month. Like, what would $1,000 bonus do for you before Christmas? It's a lot of money, and it doesn't stop there. If you can get to Ruby, you can get to Diamond. Diamond is just made up of 3 rubies. But you've got to put one foot in front of the other. Don't wait for your upline. Don't wait for anybody to show you. Don't wait for anybody to answer you. Just fail forward. Make a mistake, learn from it. If this is all about failing enough times until you do something that doesn't make you fail, and then you just keep doing that thing. It's all about pivoting, okay? So I hope this helped you guys. Again, those 4 things: post, message, follow up, grow your network, get on host post if you're not, and plug it into YouTube. Make a deal with yourself. You're gonna watch 1 video a day minimum until the end of this year, and I guarantee you your business will change. Oh my God, my mom is on here. Does Instagram require a password? If so, I'm out. Yes, Mom, Instagram requires a password. What do you do? What do you do? How do you respond when your DT doesn't want to distribute? Okay, so my first 5 distributors stopped working. Okay, I do not wait for anybody. If I, like, you guys, I'm telling you, like, I mean, at the beginning of my business, I wasn't like this. I was dragging people with me. I was like, we are going to go to the top of this business. I was forcing people to work. It drained my energy. If you have to convince someone to work, you're going to have to convince them to keep working. What I will say is just inspire them. They join this business for a reason. They join this business because they need an income. They just are comfortable where they are, and they don't want to push their comfort zone and change their situation. It's not their time. That's fine. That's not your problem. It's your time. You do you. But by you continuing to do you, you're going to inspire people that decided, you know, at the beginning that they maybe couldn't do it. They are going to come back. I have a lot of people like that. A lot of top leaders in this business. You know, Carrie Young is a good one to follow. She didn't start her business for 8 months. She enrolled and didn't do anything for 8 months. You know, now she's a millionaire, working on her 3rd million. Like, you just got to do it. I have a hard time reaching out to grow my network. Tips. Okay. So Facebook and host to post is going to be what I would recommend. Host to post is going to grow your network and sign new customers. Instagram, you guys, just following people. So I have, I feel like I have a video on this. It's like pretty new. How to grow your network. Okay, right here. See everything. So everything is just like everything will be there. But again, this 9-minute video isn't going to tell you everything. It's going to point you in the direction you want to go. It's going to talk about how I do it on Instagram, how I do it on Facebook. But you guys, my style may not be what connects with you. Like, there are people that do this business way more successful than me that are a lot lower key about it. They don't, you know, they're not doing live videos. Like, it's all about just finding people. So let me put some people in the chat that are good to follow. Okay, so just write these names down. Okay, so we got Jade Hooper, Jocelyn Yates. Yeah, Caitlin is awesome. If she's your upline, follow whatever she says to do, because you guys, that's another person. Caitlin Reddick came to me in October of last year, and she was so nervous, and she's like, I would like to eventually make $500 a month. I would like to eventually, you know, and she was just like, and she almost quit the first night. Kind of walked her through it. She, you know, talked about how she like struggled with anxiety and you know, stress over this. And you guys, now she makes $15,000 a month as a double diamond. Like that can be anybody, you know. She's just a really hard worker. And if you're in her downline, you know that. Caitlin will always be, I mean, my goal is to be the hardest worker, and Caitlin out enrolls me almost every month. So there you go. Okay, so we got Morgan Martin. This is another one, okay? So I'm going to, as I'm typing these names out, I'm just going to tell you kind of, you know, this is a single girl, doesn't have kids, kills it. Cheyenne Knox. She's 19, and she's earned, I think, like $40,000 in bonuses. Decent. Makes about 20 grand a month. Courtney Boer, another, you know, student. If you're in high school, she's a good one to follow. Rhonda Hartman is our ambassador at Upline. She's awesome. Denise Walsh is awesome. She used to be a doctor, actually, and she's a Black Diamond with our company, making over 100 grand a month now. Who else do we got that's really good? Brittany Grimes. Anyway, you guys, there's a ton. We have a list of people on our team page, but just go find people. Go to find, you're going to go search top people, and then you're going to, oh, Lachelle Ann is a good one too. Oh, actually one more. Sorry, Nicole Scuderi. I'm not going to spell this right. Something like that. Just type that in and it'll come up. Nicole Scuderi, okay? So listen to this. She works full-time as an accountant. She's gone through cancer, and she has kids, and I feel like, I want to say her kid, I don't know, she's busy, okay? Works full-time, has gone through a lot of life. She's a presidential diamond. She makes bomb money from this company. Any excuse anybody has, any excuse you feel like you have in your head right now, you just have to know there's somebody out there that has it worse than you probably, that is killing this business. So there's no reason that you can't, okay? We are in planting season. Have that in your mind. Take your, take your objections, your everything off the table. Get your goals out in front of you. Get your chart out. You should have it with you every single day. Okay, you guys, if you haven't promoted yet, get a Ruby chart out and just start filling it in and start focusing on the things that are going to get you the results that you need to fill in that chart, which are signing customers and signing distributors. So I hope this helped you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to send me a message, but just know that you guys are at the, you're in the right place at the right time. You guys have your hands on something that will change your life, and there's no reason that you shouldn't be successful. Like, you are worthy of everything this business can bring to you, but it's just going to take personal development. It's going to take, dedication. It's going to take motivation from you to start progressing yourself, where you know that you are, worthy of this if you feel like you're not. Okay. So thank you guys. I'll put this in the team page when I'm done uploading it. And if you have any questions, just shoot me a message. All right. Thanks, guys. Bye.